Johnson. Anderson with him as he turns the corner. And Johnson just flicks it at the rim and hits.
Yeah,
that question. Yeah, no. We're just big fans of the convenience store. Here's Joe Johnson. Gets the roll.
All the things that Kevin Garnett has made popular in the NBA.
Hey, it's kept him in the league. Nice move. Johnson spins baseline and flips it in. And Brooklyn trying to find.
Defensively, there a lot of traffic with the Nets.
Johnson against Ware.
Oh, boy.
Over the rookie. Taking him to school.
Check the floor. Joe Johnson.
Such a good touch, man.
But what a job Brad Stevens has done with that Celtic squad. Johnson. Count it. I think you would call that a quarter. 26-23. They'll find themselves with a near 60-point half. Johnson over the big fella, and he hit it. So Joe Johnson.
Johnson gives up his dribble.
Give it right back to him with the size advantage.
Wants it against Ellis. Johnson takes the baseline. Tough shot. Ellis did not know where he was.
Johnson just 3 for 11 in the game. Takes it in the paint. 4 for 12.
That gets you on his hip, and
Garnett looked inside. Plumlee was covered up. Joe Johnson. Familiar step back. Yep, Joe Johnson.
Well, you see Patterson in the game a little early here for Amir Johnson. Spread the floor. Guy's a three-point shooter at the 4 position as Johnson gets to the go. And right now, the Toronto defense.
Jarring screen to free Courtney Lee. Johnson steps out. Green forces him inside the arc. And Johnson makes back-to-back buckets for the Brooklyn Nets.
Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson used to shoot this shot all the time. Now he tries to get to that rim.
Well, he's big enough, and that's where his advantage has been tonight. He takes full advantage there.
Suns haven't beaten the Nets here at home since January of 2011. Joe Johnson got 3.
He's too strong for Gerald Green. So
ISO Joe. Johnson to the hoop. Count it.
He waited, and waited.
Inside the square. Johnson for 2.
Well, Smart got a lesson.
Joe Johnson with a nice crossover and floater. Joe Johnson so effortless, so smooth.
Hooks it inside. Karasep on a kick for Johnson. Johnson. Wow. Drop step. Joe Johnson. Terrific move around Green.
Can't give him an open look. He's too good a shooter.
Joe Johnson went to the bench with 3 fouls. The spin. The bucket. He just took young Andrew Wiggins to class.
There's the challenge that flips.
For Kevin Martin, just really throw it to the rollers big that time because they're going to be open. Exactly what Kmart did.
Joe Johnson.
So Johnson is.
Antetokounmpo gets screened. Johnson the spin. The jumper. Yes! Joe Johnson from the outside. The Nets lead by 2.
Before the game.
Yeah, bring them in an hour earlier than they normally come. Get you work on them, but they've got to concentrate and make it work.
And Johnson does, banking it home. That might be.
Screen. Pachulia follows him. Jack. Kick out for Johnson. Shot clock winding down. In traffic. Joe Johnson finishes.
Out to give.
Isolation with Carroll. Johnson back in. Johnson turns. ISO Joe. Outside for Johnson. 7 to shoot. Johnson trying to work his way towards the rim. A fade. He's got it.
Joe Johnson buries it. Johnson couldn't get it going in the first half against the Knicks. Knocks down the jump shot.
Lee. Johnson's 3 tied it at 101 in regulation. Johnson's jumper ties it in overtime.
And Knight was on that Final Four team in 2010-2011. Shot clock at 3. Johnson into the paint. Gets it to drop. 4.5 on the clock.
Johnson has been held to 7 points. Darren Williams takes the warm-up off. He'll check in. Next dead ball. Crossover. Johnson to the rim. Joe Johnson. Box out from Johnson. Lopez getting ready to check in. Johnson down the middle. The shake. Johnson gets it to go. Joe Johnson taking it to the